find the LCM using the ladder method. Well, the LCM, or least common multiple, if you were trying to find that for the numbers 10 and 15, traditionally what you would do is you would take the number 10 and you would figure out all the multiples of 10. So it would be 10, 20, 30, and so on. And then you would figure out the multiples of 15, 15 being the first multiple, 15, 30, 45, and so on. And then you would look at all those multiples and find the ones that they have in common. They both have a 30, they both have a multiple of 60, and we would find the least, the smallest common multiple. So the least common multiple of 10 and 15 would be 30. Now that's a lot of work to list all the multiples and then look for the least common multiple. We can use the ladder method to determine the LCM. And here's how that works. So if you were trying to find the LCM of 16 and 40, what you would do is, it kind of looks like an upside down division symbol here. You would ask yourself, well, what goes into 8 or 16 and 40? What factor do they share? Well, 8 would go into both of those numbers. 8 goes into 16 2 times, 8 goes into 45 times. And then you would ask yourself, well, does anything go into 2 and 5 other than 1? And the answer is no. So what you do next is we make a big L, since we're finding the LCM. We multiply 8 times 2 times 5, and 8 times 2 is 16, and 16 times 5 is 80, so our LCM would be 80. Now let's do that same example, and let's say that a student didn't start with 8. They didn't see that 8 went into both those numbers. Let's say that they started with 2. 2 goes into 16 8 times, and it goes into 40 20 times. Does any number go into 8 and 20 other than 1? Yes. 2 will go into both of those. 2 goes into 8 4 times. 2 goes into 20 10 times. Does any number go into 4 and 10 other than 1? Yep, 2. 2 goes into both those numbers. 2 goes into 4 twice. 2 goes into 10 5 times. And we're done, because nothing goes into 2 and 5 except for 1. So again, we're going to make our big L, since we're doing the LCM, and we're going to multiply everything inside that L. So we're going to do 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 5. Well, 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16, times 5 is 80. We arrive at the exact same answer as the person that started over here with 8. Let's do a couple more examples using the ladder method. So if you were trying to find the LCM of 20 and 32, you ask yourself, well, what number goes into 20 and 32? Well, they share 4. 4 goes in there 5 times. 4 goes in there 8 times. Does anything go into 5 and 8 other than 1? The answer is no. So we're going to make our L for the LCM. We're going to multiply the items inside the L. So we're going to do 4 times 5 times 8. 4 times 5 is 20. 20 times 8 is 160. The LCM would be 160. Let's look at one final example here. So if you were trying to find the LCM of 7 and 12 using the ladder method, let me just get rid of that there. Okay. Now the only number that will go into 7 and 12 actually is 1. 1 goes into 7 7 times, 1 goes into 12 12 times, and we're done. So let's make our L for the LCM. We're going to multiply the numbers inside the L. So 1 times 7 is 7. 7 times 12 is 84. The LCM of those two numbers would be 84.